for a little bit already. Went ahead and bought a new Allen wrench set, and doing it this way, I am able to get enough access to the 2 bolts. So I'm gonna take those off, make sure the gasket's sitting in there right, and I think these will allow me to torque it down a little bit more. So if the gasket looks like it's in there right, I'll torque it down. Hopefully no more leaks. I'm like at that point where it's like, let's get this over with. But yeah, definitely gonna have to replace this gasket. It's leaking even more. Forgot to move the drain pan back under there, so yeah, I might just have to clean that one out and wipe it down and use that one because that needs to be replaced. So I'm gonna knock those 2 things out today on something just didn't look right on the Monte. It's gonna be one of those days I'm gonna be super busy, and then it'll probably be the video on the tie rods for the Elko. So I'm gonna knock these out just real quick. Well, I say real quick, everything in the garage is real quick. Next thing you know, 2-3 hours later, it's dark outside, and we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna start with the thermostat on the Monte, then swap out the oil pan, or the transmission pan on the Monte, and then I'm gonna come over and do the tie rods on the Elko because I want to get the Elko out tomorrow. I'm gonna take the day off and see what this car show at my old high school is all about. Like I said, none of them are show cars, so we'll see. We'll see. It's not a show car, but get it out there, see what all is out there. I think it's their second one they're having, so second annual, or it's the second one that this place is hosting. Like I said, I just saw them pop up on Instagram. I was like, let me check that out. That building looks familiar. Turns out it is at my old high school, so I'm gonna go check that out. Haven't been pretty much in that area. Well, I've driven past it a few times, but since I graduated, so it's been a while. But yeah, let me stop talking and get to knocking this out. I know I'm kind of, it's one of those things like you're motivated and you come out here, you find something else going wrong, and lose motivation. But like I said, it's going up there as a project. So I don't know. They just had the list of trophies or the categories. I'm like, hey, best project. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm not going up there expecting too much, but just get the car out, let them see the car. Like I said, it has its flaws, but then it is still a project car. So under here, yeah. Out here, but yeah, let me stop talking, cut the music on, and get busy. All right, so what I say about the easy project, it's nighttime. I should probably go inside and get something to eat. It's almost 10 o'clock. So my neighbor up the street, forget the year, it's either 86, might be 86 or 85. Actually just saw his, or got to check out his Monte for the first time today. I've seen it passing by. He's always or coming by talking to me about my car. So I finally got to check out his. We talked a little bit. He came over here, and we've been talking probably for the last hour and a half. He's an older guy, so you gotta get that wisdom from the older generation. So yeah, I got the oil pan off. It is off, and my buddy told me make sure everything was straight. This is the corner it was leaking from, and there's like a slight gap in between there. So he suggests try to straighten that out a little bit. So I might try to straighten this out just a tad. And he also suggested with the gasket, take some gasket maker. This is the stuff that came with the oil pan. So I had this laying around. He was like, just put a small bead on both sides of it. Well, not a bead, just smear it. Just a nice coat on both sides of it. Put it on, and then install it. Obviously, you wait. I think this stuff says an hour for it to dry, and then fully cures in 18 to 24 hours. So I know I'm somewhat on a time crunch, but I do have a day. So it should be fine if I knock it out today, let it dry all day tomorrow, and then top it off in the next couple days with fluid. We can do that. I did tighten up the thermostat housing, so that's all nice and tight. I'm not feeling anything dripping or seeing anything dripping. I think there's a little bit left over from, I didn't wipe it down yet, so it's a little bit, but not seeing any drips, so we should be good there, hopefully, because I don't want to fill it up with coolant and then it starts leaking again and I got to do the whole thing over again. But we'll figure that out. But yeah, tonight I still want to get to the tie rods, so I'm gonna run inside, get something to eat. No, I'm gonna straighten out the oil pan first. Just slightly bend this corner back up, just ever so slightly. Like I said, it's you gotta hate that. Well, at least I do. Move all the way out here. Decent neighborhood, I would say, fairly nice. And they still want to pop off fireworks the day after. But yeah, we knock out the oil pan, clean this up, try to straighten it out a little bit, and then take the new gasket with the gasket maker, smear it around there, put it on there, reinstall it, and hopefully that fixes the problem. If not, it's going with the leaky oil pan, or transmission pan gasket. But yeah, let me knock this out before it gets too late and call it a day. Alright, done for my country rap. But let's see. Put the pan back on. Good there. Like I said, some of these brands need to reach out, sponsor your boy. I even take Fram. I run Fram on everything. But yeah, it's all buttoned up under here. I'll give this one about, might be like 36 hours, because right now it's 10 o'clock at night, so I'm not coming back out here at 10 filling it up. Probably wait another 12 hours, so yeah. Yeah, it's all buttoned up. Man, look how clean that is. Look how clean that is. Well, it's dirty, but it's clean. But yeah, I got the transmission pan all on there. Let's see about this. Just gonna have to come back off. Pretty much just loosened it up and tightened it back down. I don't know. We'll see in the morning if anything comes back. If I see a little bit of moisture or coolant, take the whole thing off, double check it, throw it back on before I top anything off. The other issue is, I think this oil pan, I know some guy commented on one that oil was just seeping through it. I'm not sure if it's this exact one or not, but I might need a crush washer in here. That's might be the problem, but other than that, everything else seems like it's pretty good. I said, good wipe down. It'd be nice. A little bit of overspray on it. But we should be good. I'll clean up that little spill right there. And like I said, in the morning, I'll come back out, see if anything built up around here. And if so, I'll take the thermostat housing off. We'll just let that dry. And I'll take it from there. So, these did come in today. I just haven't checked the mail yet. I hate when Amazon throws in the mailbox instead of where it needs to go. But yeah, I got these with the larger head on them to pretty much hold these into place instead of just slipping right through. So I think they're the 3/8 push tabs. I think the head on the new ones are 5/16, so a little bit bigger. Woo. This is dusty, but no real point in wiping it down yet. Still has a 1,300-mile trip coming up, so why wipe it down? Why not just wait? But yeah, this one is done for the day. We'll cut the camera off, start the other one on the Elko. And like I said, it's nighttime. Started at, came out in the garage at about 5, and nothing really really happened. Started talking to my neighbor for a while over at his garage, checking out his money. Then came over here. He came by, started talking again, and then I was an older gentleman, and then younger kid just graduated high school. He came by, talked for a little bit. So really haven't done too much all at once. It's been spaced out over time, but we do have a deadline. We want to make it happen. But yeah, let me stop talking before it gets too late and I forget or not feel like messing with the Elko. Monty, good to go.